YouTubers, how's it going? Today I'm just going to do a quick demo of a 2-5-1 lick, and before you freak out, any of you anti-lick people out there and think, I don't want to learn any licks, you are the spawn of the devil and all that kind of thing, keep watching, because I'm going to take you through the lick, and I'm actually going to talk about the voice leading within the lick and why it works within the chords of the 2-5-1. So it's 2-5-1 we're going to be playing over in the key of C. So the chords are going to be D minor, G7, C major 7. And the lick, excuse me, is going to be, so this is just up the D minor arpeggio. Okay, so it's D, F, A, C, just up the D minor arpeggio, and then to the third of the G7, which is a B, and then down to the third of the C major 7. So I'll say the chords as they go by: D minor, G7, C major, and again D minor, G7, C major. And all I'm doing is up the D minor arpeggio to the third of the G7, and then down the major C major scale, and then finishing on the E, which is the third of the C major. Now this lick's got something you're going to hear in many jazz solos. It's what's called the 7-3 resolution on the 2-5. So, and what that means is, it sounds quite complicated, it's not. It's the 7th note of the D minor chord, which we're playing root 3, or root flat 3, 5, flat 7, so the 7, and the 7 resolves down a semitone to the third of the G7. So that's why you get that boo boo but tension, release, and then down to the third of the C major. Okay. I've actually got a little backing track that I've found on YouTube, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the lick, and this is important. When you learn a lick, don't just play it using the same note divisions all the time. Boo ba doo ba ba da ba doo. Actually experiment with the phrasing of the lick, as I'll show you here. So we've got 2, 5, 1, and the chords are D minor 7, G7, C major 7. So here's the lick. Once more. I'll play it an octave higher. Once more. Now we'll start mixing up the phrasing of it. Once more. Something else. And that one again. More triplets of beat. And that one again. Now mess around with it a bit. 7 to the 3rd, that's 7 to 3, stop that there. So there you can see what I'm doing is I'm taking the lick or the melody and then I'm sort of like messing around with the timing of it so I can get different feels using triplets, 8th notes, 16th notes. But the main thing that I'm concentrating on is the 7 resolving to the 3rd of the G7. So the 7th in the D minor chord resolves down a semitone to the 3rd of the G7 and then we hit the C major. So you get anyway, so hopefully that was informative for you. You can do this with all types of licks. If you learn a lick, try not to really get stuck in the timing of it and use it the same way each time. I know there's quite a few there's a bunch of players out there that every time a chord comes along, they have a certain lick that sort of like, you know, they can sort of like just plug into that chord, which is fine. But after a while that's going to get boring. So what you want to do is just know how to use that lick with a bunch of different timings and be able to sort of like go in and out of the lick using the different timings, 16th, 8th, triplets and all them kind of things. Yeah, hope that was good for you. I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy.